The content in this podcast is for informational, educational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical advice, a diagnosis, or a treatment plan for any individual. Listening to this podcast does not establish a doctor-patient relationship. Always consult your qualified healthcare provider before making changes to your health, medication, or lifestyle. By choosing to listen, you acknowledge and agree to these terms.
Welcome to Feeling Good Feels Good with Dr. Tripp.
Welcome to a state of feeling good. It's how we live and how you could. Just know it's how we're all meant to be. If things are off, listen to your body. It can tell us exactly what we need. Physical, emotional, nutritional, or mentally. No need to worry, it's reached accessibly. No matter how you felt or what you've heard, well-being's for everyone, it's what you deserve. Ease and joy are yours once it's understood. No need to fear, because feeling good feels good.
Feeling Good Feels Good. I am your host, Dr. Tripp. This is the podcast where we talk about total wellness and outright wellness. We look at it through a lens of four major categories: physical health, nutritional and chemical health, mental, emotional health, as well as lifestyle, habit, and environment. I want to introduce everybody to this podcast, who I am, and what brought it to be. My name is Dr. Tripp. I am a total wellness chiropractor located in Philadelphia, and my tagline has always been feeling good feels good. And the reason it is feeling good feels good is because I want everybody to know that they deserve to feel good and that they can feel good and that it is okay to feel good. And we also want to bring ease. A lot of times we think that it's very difficult to feel good, that it's wrong to feel good, that suffering is the key to success. But in most cases, suffering is a sign that you're in a state of dysfunction, that there's something going on, or it's your body trying to talk to you and tell you that something is off. And when we're in a state of ease, it's very easy for us to be mindful. We can listen to our body. When we're having the same signals all the time, chronic pain, chronic dysfunction, it's very hard to understand what's going on because you're constantly receiving the same signals. For instance, if you have chronic back pain, your back pain always hurts. My back hurts in the morning, it hurts at the end of the day, it hurts while I'm trying to work out. When you are in a state of feeling good, you no longer have chronic back pain, and you can receive signals from your body. For example, my head hurts, I am dehydrated. My stomach hurts. What I just ate didn't agree with me. My shoulder hurts. I was working out too heavy. So when we are in that state of feeling good, we have the ability to communicate with our body. And our body doesn't just tell us about physical needs. It will tell us about mental, emotional needs. It can tell us about the things that we're taking into our body, whether they agree with us or don't. It can also tell us about the space that we're in, where we live, what we're surrounded by, the people, the air. Is there clutter, dust, mold? What's going on that's affecting us? And a big key to this is understanding that we all have what's called a nervous system. Our nervous system is the communication center between our brain and literally every single thing that happens in our body. Our nervous system also remembers every single thing that happened in our life. Every single thing, whether we consciously remember it or not, the nervous system stores it. It stores these memories and dictates what we do in our day-to-day life based on these memories and what we're encountering. For instance, if something scary that happened to you when you were a little kid is you got chased by a dog and you got away and you survived. Your nervous system remembers that running away from something scary worked. So for instance, this person may have a tendency to flight or run when they encounter something stressful or scary. And this develops over the course of your life and becomes extremely complex. But we are here to make it easy and simple, to give you information on how to understand the signals from your body, bring fun, interesting facts about different physical ailments, foods, lifestyles. We're going to talk about current topics, things that are really popular, trends, what's working, what's worth it, what's not, and it's all going to be evidence-based. So this is all backed by data and evidence. I'm an evidence-based practitioner. It's what dictates what I do in my office as well as what I'm going to do on this podcast. So the 4 categories are physical health. We'll start with that one. Physical health, I'm going to talk a lot about your muscles, your joints. We might even talk about skin, hair, nails, beauty, things that are part of your physical body. You know, what about my hamstring? What about my hair? What about my gums? What about my stomach? So anything that is a physical part of your body is on tap. We're going to go through the entire body, and it's really, you might hear that and think, oh, you're going to run out of stuff. We're not. There's unlimited things that we can talk about your physical body, about anybody's physical body. So it's going to be really, really fun. I'm going to give you pointers, things that you can apply right away into your life. So some of these may apply to you, to your friends, or they're just going to be really interesting and fun. You're going to learn a lot throughout the course of this podcast. What does this muscle do? Who injures it? What can I do to help heal this part of my digestive system, my sinuses, whatever it may be, we're gonna touch on it all, and it's gonna be really fun and informative. The next category is going to be nutritional. I also call it chemical because it's really, what are we taking in? What are we putting into our body on a regular basis? Who needs specific chemicals, specific nutrients, minerals, herbs? What do we need to take in as individuals? And there's going to be a lot of topics that apply to most people, almost everyone. And then there's going to be some that are more specific. Certain people, certain supplements, certain food items, who should take it, who shouldn't. And it's going to go, there's going to be a wide range. Again, this is limitless as well. We can talk about things as simple as bananas, avocados, red meat, and take it all the way into, organic acids, multivitamins, minerals, herbs, calcium, sea moss, valerian root, turmeric, all these things that you hear all the time. We're going to go through scenarios. What is this stuff? What am I putting in my body? And what is it really doing? What situations does it help? Who should not take these things on? And we're going to give some fun what ifs. We're going to make it a little interesting, and there might even be some humor involved in some of these podcasts. So I'm excited about that. So that's the chemical and nutritional part, things that we ingest, put in our body, how they affect us. The next one is mental and emotional. This is something that obviously we all have to think throughout the day in order to exist, and we all have emotions that show up. So this is going to be very wide-ranging topics like mindset, thought process, emotions, and what do those things do in our physical body? How does it relate to our physical body, and how do we relate to our environment? So while each subject is its own individual subject and will be very focused on each topic, there's also going to be some intermingling between the topics. It would be impossible not to, right? So, okay, I have a lot of anger. Where do I feel that in my body? How does that affect how I'm carrying myself in the space? How I'm interacting with the people around me, my family, my coworkers? What does that feel like in my body? I want to be more focused. I want to be more motivated. I want to be more happy. I want to be more relaxed. Those are mindset and emotional categories that we're going to touch on. We're going to talk about why they happen, what they feel like, how to deal with them when they're useful, because some of this stuff might get a negative reputation, but there's probably a reason it's coming out in your body. So another big theme of this podcast is looking at what's coming out of our body as information, not as right, not as wrong, not as good, not as bad, but information, things that our body and our nervous system are communicating to us because it wants to deliver a message. And how can we decipher that message and utilize that message to best assist us going forward? So, you're going to hear things about anger, stress, sadness, low energy, fatigue, and they're not always going to be bad. A lot of times they can just be signals telling us that something else that we're doing is actually not meant for us and doesn't agree with us. So some things we're going to go towards and some things we're going to go away. And we're going to learn how to read what we're feeling and use that as a sign. Okay, maybe this is something for me and this is something that's not meant for me. So we're going to make that really, really simple. And then the last one is going to be lifestyle, environment. These will probably be more like, trendy topics like cold plunges, sleep hacks, blue light glasses, journaling, different things that we can do that are more external. What's going on outside of us and how can we use those tools? Which ones actually make a lot of sense and which ones don't. That one's going to be really fun. There's always new stuff coming out. So again, this is another limitless category. And these are more like, different tools that we can use. And we're going to look at our environment too. What things are in our environment that can serve us and some people are more receptive to the environment than others. For example, some people have allergies, right? They breathe in pollen and their body reacts. This is a chemical reaction, so we would have to talk on the chemical process as well. But there's also, some people are really sensitive to light, loud noises, bad energy, certain types of personalities that don't agree with them, clutter, dust, mold. So this is really expansive too. And in order to really feel good, right? Remember, this is feeling good, feels good. We want it to feel good, not just for the moment, for it to be sustainable. We need to be able to understand this stuff and utilize it with ease. So that's really the synopsis of what we're going to be talking about in this podcast. I'm really excited. I can't wait to go on this journey with all of you. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to learn so much together, and we're going to bring easy solutions. By listening to this podcast, you are going to be more informed. By following the protocols, the steps, you are going to feel more ease, more peace, more joy in your physical body, in your habits, in your lifestyle, and accomplishing your goals. What tools, what techniques can we use to help you get where you want to be? And when you are where you want to be, that's when ease sets in. You feel yourself calm, peaceful. You're doing things that feel good to you. You're achieving things that you want to achieve, and you're feeling good. And that's really the whole purpose of this and my purpose in my career. So I can't wait to get going, and feeling good feels good.